From stealing your V-Bucks
What the happened?
to something unbelievable. Here's the crazy scams in Fortnite history. At the start of any new season, there's always players ready to drop V-Bucks to speed through the battle pass.
You know me, man. Alice Web buying every level, dude.
But in Chapter 5 Season 1, Fortnite hit them with a nasty surprise. If you tried to buy more than 25 levels with just V-Bucks, you just wouldn't get them. No levels, no warning, and you just lost the V-Bucks.
What the happened?
This next one hits especially hard if you've been playing Fortnite for a while. Back in the day, owning rare cosmetics actually meant something.
That's it! That's the Recon expert!
You had the Galaxy skin, you were a legend.
That looks so effing cool.
Renegade Raider, instant flex. Content creators would even make whole videos around showing them off with their exclusive gear. But now, Fortnite's tossing all that in the trash. Skins that were once rare are starting to return, like starter packs from years ago are suddenly showing up in the item shop again completely without warning. PlayStation exclusives, not so exclusive anymore. OG Renegade Raider, back in the shop.
They actually added it!
And the wildest part, sometimes Fortnite has even brought things back for way less than they originally cost. That Chapter 2 Season 1 starter pack, OGs back in the day paid $4.99. But when it came back in 2024, it was just $4.49, 50 cents cheaper? So yeah, Fortnite didn't just kill exclusivity, they put it on sale. In Chapter 5 Season 4, eagle-eyed shoppers spotted a crazy bargain in the item shop. The Dragon Ball Gear Bundle had been upgraded to now also include the Nimbus Cloud Glider 2. Since the glider usually costs 800 V-Bucks on its own, grabbing the full bundle for just 1,800 seemed like a no-brainer. Players rushed to buy it, only to find out they had been totally scammed. The glider wasn't actually included. After tons of complaints, Fortnite finally granted players the Nimbus Cloud, but the damage was already done. If they hadn't have spoken up, they probably would have never gotten it at all. That's not the only time Fortnite has made a mistake. And in Chapter 5 Season 1, people spotted something in the item shop that seemed kinda out of place. If you scrolled all the way down, past the skins to the jam track section, and amongst the songs, there was actually the Heartbreaker skin. People were super confused about what was going on, but it turns out there was also a jam track called Heartbreaker. So if you accidentally bought it, you got duped into buying a skin you didn't even want? In Chapter 3 Season 3, Fortnite dropped the awesome Blowblades pickaxe as part of a limited time set to celebrate FNCS. They were promised it would only be in the item shop for FNCS, and once it was gone, it would be gone forever. But in Chapter 5 Season 4, Fortnite brought it back, and the community was shocked. Some players were hyped to grab an OG pickaxe, but the original buyers, they were furious the rare pickaxe wasn't rare anymore. Some of you OGs might remember the semi-auto sniper rifle. It was decent back in the day, but when it was brought back in OG Fortnite, they made a huge mistake. At only blue rarity, it did 101 damage to the body and 250 to the head, enough to make it one-shot headshot even in zero builds. If someone headshotted you with it, there was nothing you could do. It felt like a total ripoff when this thing eliminated you, and thankfully Fortnite removed it pretty fast. That's not the only time an update has had something in the game that shouldn't have been in. And in Season 9, someone found out a crazy glitch that let you get the Storm Scout sniper rifle way before it came out officially.
It's got an arrow on it and it's got a mini map on it? What the heck?
But there was a problem. It wasn't the Battle Royale map, and there was no storm, so it didn't work properly.
I'm still not too sure what the arrow means. See the arrow on the top? Maybe it's glitched.
Players would have to wait till way later on in the season for it to be released at Battle Royale to finally try it. Back in the OG Fortnite days, Tfue found a way to shoot enemies without them being able to hit him at all. It was insanely overpowered, and he was absolutely dominating using his newfound exploit. But being on the receiving end didn't feel very fair, so Fortnite patched it. Winning in Fortnite is never easy, but did you know that there was actually a way to get wins completely free? All you had to do was hire an NPC, quickly dismiss them before you died, and then spectate until the end of the game. It was as easy as that. It wasn't long until Fortnite patched it, but a few chapters later, there was another even more insane glitch to get free wins again. Someone found a secret way to unlock the car before getting the medallion, and once you got it, the car was completely invincible. As long as you didn't get out of the car, you were basically guaranteed the victory royale. In Chapter 5, Fortnite dropped the D-Res Destroy pickaxe as a free reward, and it was hype. To unlock it, all you had to do was win a match with Reload. Easy for some, but for others, it meant grinding for hours to finally clutch a win, only to not receive the pickaxe. Desperate for answers, many contacted Fortnite support, only to get a wild response. Don't believe everything you see online. Even though the reward had appeared in-game, and they had proof for it to back it up, months later, affected users still hadn't gotten it. And at this this point, it's starting to look like they were being straight up scammed. In Fortnite Season 1, if you got to level 25, you could obtain the Mako glider from the season shop. This was the only way to get it, so it was one of the rarest items in the game.
I got it. No way it's OG, is it? Is it actually, guys? Cool. You're telling me this is the rarest glider in the game?
That was until January 2nd, 2018, when Fortnite accidentally released it into the item shop. People rushed to buy it, but those who missed out weren't too happy. Next up, OG players might remember it all too well. These days, Battle Pass shows you everything you're getting up front.
This is the coolest battle pass ever.
But back in the early days of Fortnite, there was one massive surprise: secret skins. You technically already own them as part of the pass, but nobody knew what they were until way later in the season when Fortnite unlocked them.
Who got this skin? No one got this skin.
And that mystery built insane hype all season long.
She is hot.
Hot.
But sadly, in Chapter 2, Season 2, Fortnite scrapped them entirely. Instead, we got bonus skins. And while some of them were pretty sick, a lot of players were left super disappointed. The thrill of the surprise was gone, and it felt like something special had been lost forever. In 2018, Fortnite's Boogie Down contest had players dancing for a chance to get their moves made into a real game emo. But the top 100 received V-Bucks and a selection of disco-themed cosmetics, and this is where Fortnite did something unbelievable. Among the skins was Sparkle Specialist, a Season 2 Battle Pass skin. Fortnite had previously told players Battle Pass skins would be exclusive, so players who did buy the Battle Pass for the exclusive skins got totally scammed. In Chapter 3, Season 3, Fortnite released an awesome new pickaxe called the Dragon Rune Lance as part of the Battle Pass. But this pickaxe had a hidden secret that pros figured out in no time.
Ready? 3, 2,
3, 2, 1.
If you had the pickaxe out, nobody could hear your footsteps at all. They didn't even show up on visual audio. You could walk right up behind someone, take them by surprise, and there was nothing they could do.
Dude, it's so broken.
Getting eliminated to players doing this felt like a total ripoff. When Fortnite added the Tesla Cybertruck, most people expected it to cost a fortune. So when the summer road trip quest dropped, letting players unlock it for completely free, everyone rushed to complete them.
Let's go!
Before long, every lobby was packed with Cybertrucks, and that's when the problem started.
What the heck? Fortnite!
Typical Gamer found it the hard way.
I can't use the fists. They're broken.
Something about the Cybertruck was completely bugging the game.
I think the Tesla Cybertruck glitches the fists. Tesla Cybertruck is pay to lose.
And if you found out at the wrong time, it could even scam you out of the win.
What?
In Chapter 2, Season 4, Fortnite dropped a legendary bundle that nobody saw coming. But what followed was one of the sneakiest scams Fortnite's ever pulled. The Last Lap bundle gave you 3 banger skins: Joker, Poison Ivy, and Midas Rex, plus a bunch of other sick cosmetics too. At launch, it was only $29.99, offering pretty awesome value for what you got. But here's the catch. When it finally returned to the shop 472 days later, the price had mysteriously gone up. No new content, no bonus V-Bucks, just a higher price for the exact same thing. People who missed it the first time were hyped it was back until they saw the new price tag. And the worst part, a lot of newer players didn't even realize that they were being scammed. It was insanely sneaky. But if you bought it the second time around, I'm sorry to say that you literally got scammed. Joker skin? More like the joke's on us. Launchpads. Usually if you were in a tight spot, these could really come in clutch. That is, unless you're playing Chapter 3, Season 3. Players were wondering why, all of a sudden, every time they hit a launch pad, they were getting absolutely fried out of the air. Turns out, there was a bug where anytime you placed a pad, its location would instantly ping to every player in the entire lobby. Meaning, instead of getting a sneaky, low-key rotate, you'd get absolutely lasered by everyone in the game. Some of you might recognize this skin. Iconic. It was exclusive for the Galaxy S10 owners back in OG Fortnite, and everyone wanted it.
Oh, is that the announcement?
Yeah, what's up, baby?
So much that some people even bought the phone just for the skin. So it won't come as a surprise that they weren't too happy when Fortnite accidentally added into the item shop for free. It was only in the shop if you were on Android, and it was only in the game for an hour. But if you somehow managed to get it, Fortnite actually let you keep it. It was awesome for those lucky few, but the OG owners weren't too happy. But that's not the only time Fortnite has upset the community. In OG Fortnite, gold scarves were one of the most rare and sought after overpowered weapons in the game. So when it was removed removed, people were devastated. Finally, when Chapter 5 rolled out, it was looking like the Scar was set to return. But when players were finally able to get into a match, it was actually the Striker AR, a different gun entirely? Wanting unobtainable cosmetics is nothing new, but it's not a problem for everyone. And in Chapter 2 Season 1, this player couldn't believe what they had found. The item shop had glitched, and they could buy old starter packs. They shared what they had found on Reddit, and it wasn't long before people found out how to do it. All you had to do was change the date on your PC. That's crazy. In Chapter 3, Fortnite added Clombo, and he was so cute, he immediately became a fan favorite.
So where do I stand to get redeployed? Oh, shoot! You're a legend!
Whoa.
Oh my god, he's so cute!
The community was devastated when he got removed. After 3 years later, he finally returned, but this time to LEGO Fortnite. LEGO Games even built this giant LEGO Clombo in real life to mark the occasion. But it's not the same as the OG, so some people are still left disappointed. On the 9th of August 2024, people were hyped to see the new X-Men skins in the item shop, only for them to be removed a few minutes later. People speculated whether or not this was an accident or just a marketing gimmick, but either way, the skins officially came into the item shop just a few days later. You might recognize this, the Axe of Champions. Every season, Fortnite gave it to the winners of FNCS, and they only got to keep it for the season, making it possibly the rarest item in the game. But near the end of Chapter 2, Fortnite made a huge mistake. They accidentally gave it to everyone who had qualified for Grand Royale. Sadly, for the lucky qualifiers who received it, Fortnite quickly realized their mistake and took it back, leaving them feeling totally scammed. Do you remember the glitch to get under the OG map? It was super funny trolling people with it, but it could also be super OP, and getting eliminated to someone doing it felt like a total scam.
I killed him.
It wasn't long before Fortnite had fixed it, but in Chapter 5 Season 2, someone found out how to do it again. It worked just the same as before, and it was just as OP. This next scam hit way too many players, and most didn't even realize it until it was too late. Fortnite has dropped some amazing guitars and basses over the seasons, in crazy collabs with the Spider-Verse, Iron Man, and a bunch of other awesome Marvel characters. These things looked insane, but there was one problem. They only worked in Fortnite Festival. Let's be honest, although it is pretty fun, it's not the most popular game mode, so tons of players saw the guitar stand and loved how it looked, but passed on them, thinking they would never be able to use them. Then completely randomly, over a year later, Fortnite suddenly dropped an update that made them usable as pickaxes and backblings in Battle Royale. No warning, no re-release, just boom, now they work. If you already had them in your locker, it was a huge W. But if you're one of the many players who skipped on them thinking that they would be stuck in Festival forever, it kinda sucked. Players didn't pass on the instruments because they were bad. They missed out because Fortnite never told them the whole truth. Fortnite can be full of surprises, and this is no exception. Not too long ago, people started reporting they were receiving the rare Psycho Bandit skin completely randomly. Nobody could figure out what was happening until this tweet from Ginger Froggy. It turns out, if you didn't start playing Fortnite until after the promotion ended, you didn't get the skin. Kids stealing their parents' credit card for V-Bucks is a meme as old as Fortnite itself. But in 2022, it turned into a full-blown legal nightmare. It turns out, Fortnite used to automatically save credit card information without parents even knowing, meaning kids could keep spending, no questions asked. And yeah, it got out of hand fast.
All the money that's coming out of my account is being spent on Fortnite.
As more and more parents started noticing massive charges on their accounts, the FTC, they're basically the truth police, stepped in and took Fortnite to court. They found that Fortnite was using digital dark patterns, sneaky designs to trick players into spending more money, like confusing refund systems and auto-saved payment info. The result? A $245 million fine. No wonder parents were mad. But while justice was served that time, now in 2025, Fortnite's in trouble again. Over countdown timers? Parents say they're designed to pressure kids into panic buying stuff they don't even want. And honestly, it kinda tracks. I mean, have you ever rushed to go buy a skin before the timer runs out because it might go OG and get super rare, only for it to still be in the item shop after the reset? It feels like a total scam. In the early days of Fortnite, something so powerful was released onto the island, it would change the game forever. That is, if it was in the game for more than a few minutes. The Zapatron wasn't meant to be added. When Fortnite spotted their mistake, it was quickly removed, meaning basically nobody got to try it, and pretty much everybody got scammed. It wasn't until UEFN launched later on that people found out a way to finally try it out. But while it was super powerful, it turns out even the Zapatron was no match for Clombo. Back in Chapter 2, Fortnite actually added in the prop gun, and it was everywhere. People were finding it out of chests, NPCs, even just lying around on the ground, and it was chaos. It quickly got removed only after being in the game for 1 hour, and the community was devastated. But fortunately, it was brought back in the next update. When the mischief kicks dropped, people were hyped. But then they saw the absolutely insane price. And now it looks like Fortnite's trying to cash in again. They released the exact same boots, only this time in black. And while most people expect the simple recolor to be an edit style for the original, this time the red and black boots are sold separately. And some players think it's Fortnite's craziest scam yet. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check this one out too. It's a banger. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on a video again. Thank you.